Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Darrell Hammond is here. Me and Darrell are going to be at Caroline's tomorrow night in the city. Caroline's on Broadway.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Show up at 7 o'clock.
Do I have a mic or no?
We're going to do our, we'll read from our books, tell stories. It's going to be a fun night.
Hello? What, bro?
Can you hear it?
Can you turn here? Turn
Can
it
you hear
up.
your mic?
Is that up the whole way?
Yes.
Is it plugged in the whole way?
Aliens. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll yell really loud.
Can you not hear yourself?
I can't.
You sound
Can
good.
you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah.
That's all right.
Well, that's fine. You don't need the headphones.
fine.
Now, well, football. Now, you got predictions for football coming up or what? Do you follow that as heavily
Well,
as
I
baseball?
want Peyton to win.
You do. I do too.
Me too.
I think he's a good guy too. I met him a couple of times.
Yeah. The whole family's like that. And, you
Yeah.
know, I want him to win. But, you know, he could beat New England. That could happen.
Yeah, sure.
But then when you get to San Francisco,
They're tough, that team.
oh, man. And forget about that. I mean, just think about Seattle for a second.
Yeah.
That secondary, I mean, it looks like something they're like out of the future. That Sherman guy is like
They
a
hit
futuristic defensive back.
Well, let's talk about these secondaries now in the NFL. These guys, or someone's going to kill somebody.
Yes.
I'm so scared someone's going to get paralyzed every game because they converge on a receiver. Don't you feel like that's happening more often than it's ever happened? They converge on a receiver.
Now they're chopping them instead of hitting them up high.
And they miss, and their heads hit, I mean, directly five times a game.
Well, that happened. That used to happen a lot more than it does now.
Okay.
With
But
the way the
Sherman
rules are
is the model of he's like the Velociraptor of the Stone Age. You know that was probably the baddest creature of that era. Not the large, but
Well, the thing that makes him so
That
good
guy's-
is he's so tall. He's so long
For a,
arms.
for a
he's a
D-back.
tall guy.
And he's a D-back.
As a cornerback, being 6'2" or whatever he is.
That is
with
big.
long arms, and he's still got the speed.
And
he's got the
really-
anticipation.
Like a superhuman
He's
for
got
that,
the
you know.
smarts.
Yeah.
He
and he's
knows
got the visor
knows
now, and they have the
passing trees.
electric blue and yellow, and the guy comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Well,
look
you know
like
what's
a college
crazy?
team.
You know what's crazy? They're missing Browner, the other cornerback across from him, because he got suspended again.
Who's the other
for-
stud?
Is he related
steroids.
to the guy, to Joey Browner?
Yeah.
He's his kid or something?
No. It's him.
It's him. There's another Browner. I'm thinking of another Browner from another era.
I don't know.
Can I ask you a fan's question? You know, you've heard the expression, you get your bell rung.
Right.
Are there times when a quarterback comes to the NFL and gets his bell rung and maybe is a different player after that? Like I don't
Like
ever,
he fears
like I
playing?
don't ever want to get hit that hard again.
I don't.
Because I'm trying to
don't-
relate because I got hit like that one time and I quit.
Yeah.
And I
No,
told my coach,
I don't
he's like,
think.
I believe you're gay.
I don't think.
I'm like, I don't believe you won't. He actually said to me, "You're a real nice boy, aren't you? You're just a real nice boy." I'm like, I don't care what you say or do. I don't want anyone to hit me
Ever again.
like that again.
Right, yeah. No, you got to keep going back.
Well-
you know why? Because some guys, they have no other choice in life.
I don't think it takes until the NFL for them to get hit like that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So they probably had a couple good shots before that. But I will say when you get to the NFL and you get hit, not by one guy like in college or a couple guys converging at the same time. In the NFL, everyone's so fast and so big and explosive. You're going to get hit from the front, from the back, from the side, all at the same time. When
Yes.
everyone just
And they're getting bigger and faster. The weight training, the nutrition. They're looking another way with roids in football like crazy, I'm sure. If someone's going to just die, someone's going
A
to
guy's running
disintegrate.
35 miles an hour towards you for 50 yards.
Pretty much.
He benches 600.
That's dangerous.
He's on roids.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
It's a
Right.
horrible situation.
It's really a foundational experience.
Yeah.
You won't be like you were when you got here today. After Sherman hits you, the way he's going to hit you
He's
soon.
a monster.
You know
He's a monster.
what's crazy is the way that you're taught from the earliest days on is you get there faster and harder than the other guy.
Yeah.
And he will hurt more than you hurt.
Right.
So
Right.
you got entire, teams of guys thinking this way, and then when you finally get to the league and you're trying to get there faster and harder than the other guy who's maybe now doing steroids to get there faster and harder than you, it's just this gigantic contest to see who can get the angriest, who can get the most motivation
Wow.
to do this crazy thing that they're asking you to
And
do.
then from your part of the country, you're also, emblazoned with that crazy racism. Which is, I mean, another fact.
that guy Sherman, he's probably a nice guy off the field. He's unkind. He is not nice.
No, that's it. These guys
Out
get
there.
right. You, John.
Yeah,
right,
he's hilarious.
Mentally, you get pumped up for this game.
Well, I think there's a transformation, absolutely, where you learn to just channel every negative ounce of energy you've got into your, motivation, into your. Convert everything to anger.
Is there a scenario in which Denver can beat one of those two teams, San Francisco or Seattle?
It's going to be tough. Denver's defense.
Yeah.
Listen, Denver's defense. They lost Von Miller, who was their best pass
Colin Kaepernick
rusher.
would have to have a bad day.
Right,
Sure, that's the thing. Turnovers.
He's not consistent.
Turnovers, the great equalizer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick, he can spray the ball.
Which is why I think the Seahawks at home got a better shot.
Yeah.
The first time when they played at home this season, it was week 2.
Right.
And Colin Kaepernick threw 3 or 4 picks.
Right. He throws a wobbly pass a lot. He overthrows a lot.
Decisions.
But once in a while,
That was coming off a game where he threw for 400 yards against the Packers week 1. And he was trying to squeeze the ball into some tight areas and just terrible. He looked awful. But, yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
I don't know how much time I have left. I wanted to ask you guys about Governor Christie.
Go ahead.
And that. Did you follow that story?
Yeah, of course. I'm following her like crazy because, I like him, and I was like,
He's a very popular guy.
Yeah. I was hoping to get a job as a stand-in if he ever becomes, president.
You're hoping to what?
Get a job as a stand-in, maybe for some campaign commercial.
Right.
No, let me tell you. It really looks like, I don't know.
Did they pin this? Have they connected him?
Well, listen, it sounds like, both the Daily News and the New York Post, it's odd for the Post with their politics, but they both seem like they have it in for this guy. And they're digging, and it seems like they're going after him for misappropriating Sandy funds. And if that's the case, forget it.
Yeah.
That's like treason.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're digging though.
Because he was a really popular guy.
Definitely, and he's a throwback. And this GW. Do you think he knew early on about? I think he had to know earlier.
If someone came to you and said, "We're going to shut down the GWB, kids aren't going to go to school,
ambulances,
first responders and ambulances won't be able to move, Governor," what do you think?
I would hope he'd say no. I don't think he made the decision. I'm thinking, how early did he know about it, and then maybe cover it up? That's what I'm saying. I don't think he made that decision.
I don't know if you can survive that.
That'd be a tough.
I'm trying to think what the master like Bill Clinton or someone like that would do. How do you get out of that one?
You gotta say I don't know what the word is mean.
Have you ever stopped to think about how clever that was?
No, it's amazing.
Debating. Here they have all these Harvard scholars. They're about to nail you to the wall.
Absolutely.
And change history.
Right.
And he engages them in a debate on the meaning of the word is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's ballsy,
right?
It's almost like you say, "Let him have it."
Wait, it's not like James Bond has a jetpack. It's like, why don't you debate is?
It's like the Vulcan mind warp.
Debate the meaning of the word is. And I'm watching this. I'm watching this. Go, he's really going to pull this off.
Everything about
what he's going to demonstrate is he's brighter than them, and he's going to demonstrate he's smarter than all of you.
Yeah.
Therefore, your point is moot. And the economy is. We have 20 million new jobs. The guy was a great president. He was a great president.
I point to that. I put 20 million new jobs. Look, I got oral in the White House.
Pregnancy down. We cut pork without hurting people. He could say all that, and it was all true.
Right. Yeah, point to that.
We're at peace.
I got a smoothie in the White House.
Yeah, jobs up, crime down. I'm just like, well, I don't care what you get.
Everything about that scale, when I first heard that, he had done that maybe in the Oval Office, I couldn't wait to see what the chick looked like. I'm like, this chick, to risk being the leader of the free world, this girl has got to be like Pam Anderson times 20. I can't. And then when you see her, you go, okay, this guy's mentally ill. You know what I mean? So you're like that. And then you almost go, wow, in a weird way, I like him better as a dude.
I actually kissed her in a scene.
You did? Oh, that's right.
She did a walk-on.
That's right.
I'm dressed as... I wasn't doing it being... on acid, on LSD, I kissed Monica Lewinsky, and her face was coming closer, and it happened like slow-mo, and there was no sound except a heartbeat. Right? And its lips got about this wide, and
Right.
I thought I heard a little voice say, "Surprise." I'm sorry. I saw that.
No, of course. Like this is the face. This is the face that almost took down a presidency.
I thought, you know what? And I thought she was very smart and charming. And
Yeah, was she? What is she doing now? I like to see it. Where are they now on her? I don't know what she's doing right
Question.
now. She's what was she? 20 at the time?
You didn't think she was hot at all?
I mean, if you're gonna risk it all,
Oh, you're gonna risk the planet?
Yeah, exactly.
You want like Giselle Bundchen?
if you're
or-
risking that gig,
yeah.
I'm just.
If you're risking that gig,
I mean, Hillary should have been like, "Look, I'd do her."
can't we get like the elite models over here?
Right, Bar Raffaele or something.
Yeah.
But when you see her, you go, "Wow, he's like a disturbed frat boy."
Yeah, but so what? He's so smart.
No, you're right. I mean, listen, what you're saying, whatever issue you brought up, joking around is more important than I don't care if he has some fun in the.
How many new jobs did they create? Like 20 million or something.
Absolutely.
Crime down, jobs up.
Just to defend him.
Cutting pork without hurt.
The thumb thing's a
He's
perfect
the
move.
master. Yeah. I only saw him do that. I never saw him do that.
And the biting of the lip, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I saw him bite his lip once. I saw him do this a couple of times. I never saw him do them both together.
Well, that's it. That's why you're a good comic. You got to exaggerate.
No, I went to the cellar and
You created it.
I don't know. I was fooling around one night. You know how you're up there on stage and the right thing falls out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Right or the wrong thing. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, Shetty, does that happen to you? Has the right thing ever fallen out of your mouth?
A lot.
Hey, I doubt you let much fall out of your mouth.
No, my mouth is the most valuable asset.
The
in
only thing
life.
I've ever seen fall out of your mouth are your teeth.
Yeah. Have you seen that? Have you seen that?
What?
No. Please don't show it. No.
We'll take a break and we'll
his
show when we
teeth come
back.
out?
The Artie Lange Show. Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Darrell Hammond is here. They're showing highlights now of Peyton in the snow against the Pats. Well, what about Peyton's postseason record? I didn't realize he was had that record in the postseason.
Well, what is his
The
record?
fact that it's not that great. It's
well,
like something like 9-11 or
The
something.
stat that I saw was he's had 8 1-and-outs in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Where
I
he
want to know what
lost
Willie
his first
Mays,
game.
what was his postseason batting average? And
Willie
he's the
Mo-
best baseball player I ever saw.
Well, I mean, he didn't play in a lot of them, unfortunately. 1954 he played, and that was a four.
Like
four,
Willie Mays, Joe DiMaggio. I mean,
DiMaggio was amazing in the postseason.
Was he?
But Willie Mays in the postseason, he only played in 54 and 62. I think only 2 of them.
Is that right?
That might be. Yeah.
Ted Williams.
And 73 with the Mets. Ted Williams was awful in the postseason. Awful. He played in
Really?
one World Series. He was like 0 for 22 or something.
And
you've
the
gotta
greatest
be
hitter.
kidding me.
He's the greatest pure hitter I ever saw.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Peyton doesn't win this, they're gonna pin something on him, aren't they?
I think if he doesn't at least
They
get to the
already
bowl this
have.
year,
I mean,
you know, it's
they're
gonna be-
acting.
It's always greatest quarterback ever with an asterisk at the bottom.
right?
It's almost like he didn't win the one Super Bowl that he won. It's like people are ignoring that entirely right now.
Right.
They're saying he can't win in the postseason.
Willie Mays only hit
He can.
247. Shane.
Listen, those teams
In the
that he was
postseason.
playing for, those Colts
He's the best
teams-
baseball player ever. William, I think.
a
Willie
lot
Mays?
of people
All
think
around,
that,
yeah.
But I does it say how many postseasons? I'm curious. I had 54, 62, and 73. That's the only 3 I can think of.
It counts them as 51, 54, 62, 71, and 73.
Oh, okay, 51. I forgot about. That's right.
Listen, about Peyton Manning,
Go ahead.
the teams that he played on were flawed. They had
That Colts team was,
the way that I never understood why they ran the defense the way that they did. They ran a very small group of linebackers, small D linemen. They were built to play from way ahead, so they would pass rush, and they couldn't stop the run. They were little, they were fast, but you could pound them.
So you're
And
gonna
that's the
blame
way-
him?
That's the problem. Everyone blames him.
they got. Yeah,
I
that's the
don't
thing with
think-
quarterbacks.
I
The
don't
rings. They
think-
wonder how many rings you got. His brother's got more rings.
I don't think his brother had an incredible D line and an incredible O line, and
And he made
some
a,
really
made a
nice
lot of
receivers
clutch
around
plays. He
him.
made a lot of clutch
You're
plays. He
right.
did, you know,
Well,
but, you
so
know.
Peyton is a better, obviously, so much better,
Right.
than Eli playing football. at knowing
And
the
he
game.
does have a ring. Marino never got one, you know.
Right.
Well, Elway almost never got one.
Well,
Yeah.
I would love to see Peyton get another one. I just think it's going to take a miracle.
Really, a miracle, you would say.
Yeah, the NFC
No
is
kidding.
so dominant this year.
Right.
Those two teams
The
are
Denver
dominant.
can't really beat Denver, San Francisco, or Seattle.
I don't think so. No, they're just not. The matchup is
He's 10 and
not
11.
good.
Look, a
10 and 11
spaceship,
and
maybe a spaceship will land.
You never know. Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Turnovers are the great equalizer. If you get Colin Kaepernick
He'll
in
be
there
abducted.
and he throws 3 interceptions and fumbles it away once, like he did the first time they played Seattle this year, then anyone has a chance.
Yeah.
With that sort of turnover issue.
Right.
But
He throws a lot of wobbly passes over people, but, you know, and that's why.
I think he has so much faith in that bazooka of an arm that he'll try to squeeze it in. But, you know, later in the season, he hasn't been making those sort of mistakes. And they really are hitting on all cylinders with their run game. And
And can it be said that Russell Wilson's been a little off?
yeah, he hasn't been playing that well.
Yeah, what not, when not well, like how much worse than last year?
Well, last year they didn't ask him to do a whole ton either. I mean, everything for the Seahawks is based on run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, you know, zone blocking up front, and let Marshawn Lynch take it wherever, you know, when a team over pursues, he cuts it back and then runs people over.
Right.
And then run play action off of that. That's their optimal situation. Play action allows Russell Wilson to, you know, have some bigger windows, move the pocket if he needs to, and he is athletic and he's smart and very good. Now, Percy Harvin being out, Percy Harvin is the only guy on that team that's going to stretch you as a defense, that's going to tax you with his speed and get downfield in a hurry. And Percy Harvin's been out basically the entire year with the hip surgery, and then he came back for this last game and got knocked out with headshots.
By who? Do you remember the player?
No, I don't. It was 2 different hits.
I just want a good game.
New
I
Orleans?
just want, you know,
yeah, concussed.
I would just love to go to, you know, the Meadowlands and watch a great game. And you're saying that's not possible this year.
No, it is possible. It is possible. That's the thing. I mean, you never
2
know.
degrees, I'm going out there. I want to
But
see
the
a good
weather,
game.
You
the
never
way the
know.
weather is now, you know, that we're, right?
Oh,
You were saying.
awful.
Yeah, but what if we have one of those days, like, you know, those weird,
Like a 50-degree
like a 30 or 40 degree day?
I know, yeah. Well, they're hoping for at least that because this winter has been nutty. You get one of those awful rainy,
Yesterday
cold
was-
rain.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Cold rain
If
is the
that happens,
worst
I
to
mean,
play in.
you know, I got to tell. I mean, I may sell my tickets.
If it's 32 degrees and raining and
Yeah.
windy, you can't escape the brutal cold.
Why would you go?
It's terrible. Yeah. Snow is
Stay.
I could
warm
probably get 20
comparatively.
G's for my tickets.
Yeah.
Well, if you sell them early,
I'll sell them right now.
you have to sell them early. The closer you get to the game, the less they're worth.
Shetty, you want them? 20 grand.
Are there any local loan sharks I can go to now?
Would you go to the game? If,
I'll buy them for 20 and try to sell them for more. Hold out.
are you hurt emotionally that DirecTV isn't even thinking about giving you tickets?
No, I don't care. I just want to. I don't.
How
care.
much you think those tickets are worth? $2,000 each?
I'm
right
on the
now?
I'm on the 50-yard line, man. Probably the only Super Bowl ever to be played in New York City, in New York.
Those might be worth 5,
Ka-ching,
right?
ka-ching.
How much? I mean, on StubHub and stuff. How much is
On
a
StubHub, I've
50
seen tickets for 800 grand.
Well, no one's going to pay that.
Well, you never know.
Some might.
I'm looking to go the Sheik, like the Sheiks, the Arabs, you know.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Endless money.
Well, people said that the ticket sales are being hurt by the weather, right?
But you know how much
Well,
it's so
weather.
much nicer to be in your house.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I gotta
and
get-
See everything.
more and more and
They're
more.
making. I
better.
mean, I'm the face of DirecTV. I have to go. I understand that.
More and more and more. I'm like, I'm gonna go to Yankee Stadium. I don't know.
As you get older too, I know it's like traffic. You're weighing everything.
Let me call and get my chicken parm. On the, you know, a pack of smokes. I can go to the bathroom.
Order up a whore.
Horror. I knew that was coming.
Back
I was
after-
just serving that up for you.
Back after. Hey, welcome back to the last few minutes of the Artie Lange Show. We're here talking about the Dennis Rodman situation with Darrell. Now, what is your take on that? I mean, you think something's wrong with him, right?
I feel bad for him. I was starting to feel bad for him, and then you told me that his pal feeds people to dogs.
He's not choosing his friends properly right now in his life.
But I never flipped out on camera like that.
No.
Have you?
Not that I know of on camera, no. Or maybe. At the Stern Show.
Some of the blackouts.
There's 4,000
yeah.
episodes of the Stern Show I've been on where maybe.
Wow, that was something. That was something else.
That was with Rodman. I mean, and Chris Cuomo's trying to create, okay, Dennis.
And it looked like he
Trying
was
to
going to cry.
rationalize with him.
Yeah, it did.
I thought he was, wasn't he?
he was crying.
Yeah.
Man, come on.
Yeah, that's bad.
That made me feel bad.
Me too, because I kind of know him. I've met Rodman.
You kind of like him a little bit, right?
I do like him. But, again, like you're saying right now, his best friend fed his uncle to dogs, and currently has a wife that's missing.
Yeah.
I don't know where she lives.
Yeah.
Big mystery.
Take a dog pile. Hey, stupid. I mean, is it true they have like a thing like they judge whether you clap enthusiastically or not? You no good.
Apparently,
Yeah, take it back. Take it
apparently
out.
it's tough to picture me when you're in dog's stomach.
Yeah, take it outside. Take him outside. Take it outside. Dog. Take a dog.
Honey, I wonder if you could yell at me from dog's stomach. Acoustic's good in Rottweiler stomach. I know you like to yell.
I know you
Where's
like to
wife?
yell.
Don't know. Don't know where my wife is.
Funny man.
That's Dennis Rodman's best friend. He's my best friend. He's my best friend.
You don't understand. You don't understand what I'm saying. What? Come on here. What I come on here for? You were not trying to look like. Like I gave that same speech to my wife, Dennis. My God.
That same speech.
Yeah, I mean, I walked in and I went, yeah, honey. I walk outside the door. I walk outside the door. I walk outside the door. You don't understand. I mean, I felt bad for the guy.
And you got like Sleepy Floyd behind him. Like, all right, but
And I heard he was like a real nice, sweet man and
seemed like a
everything,
nice
and
guy.
you seemed to like him. And then I thought, wait, his friend feeds people.
still got that friend who feeds him. Steve Lazarus, thank you. Trevor Price, thank you. Darrell Hammond and me will be at Caroline's. More of this tomorrow. 7 o'clock, be there, Caroline's. Tomorrow.
Crack.
The Artie Lange Show. Weeknights on Audience. Only on DirecTV.